Normally, to do something like programming injectors would require a very expensive tool. Usually they start at $400 to $500, but a friend of mine recommended this Autel AP200 complete diagnostics tool, which should allow us to actually provide new values for the injectors and adjust the compensation rate. This only cost 60 bucks on Amazon. Came in a day or two, and then you download an app and then a specific diagnosis software for your vehicle. I will show you exactly how it's done. Let's see how long it's gonna take and if it actually works. I really do hope so, because a local shop told me over $200 to just do this, which so far it's taken me 10 minutes to get the values, and I'm hoping another 5 minutes to program it, and that's it. I have plugged it in into the OBD2 connector slot and put the car in the on mode. So just in the on position, not started. And now I'm gonna go to the app. Now that we have all the information that we need, we're gonna go to service, then look for the menu that we need, which is the injectors. It will take some time for everything to load. You're gonna click automatic selection, scan for your VIN, so it has the proper information for your car and engine. The scanner will now load all of the system data and all of the modules. This probably takes the longest amount of time. I think it took 2 or 3 minutes. I've sped this up, so this is 4 times as fast. This tool is really amazing. It can do a lot of stuff. It is a little slow though compared to some of my other tools where you can just plug it in with a cable, but I think it's definitely worth it for the price. Now that everything has loaded, you're going to click on Hot Functions. You can click on Determine the Injectors to see what kind of injectors your car actually takes if you were actually replacing them. But what we need to do is go to the injector quantity compensation. It's going to start loading the modules again specific to what we're actually doing and give you some of the information on what to do next. As you can see, these numbers are exactly the same numbers that we pulled off the old engine, so we know we're in the right menu. Alright, and it's going to just ask us if we want to change those values. That is exactly why we're here. So we're going to click yes, and then enter the values for each cylinder. Now that we are at the correct menu and we can adjust the values, you have to be very careful. You definitely don't want to put incorrect value and flood the cylinder with fuel or something like that. So pay attention. I went a little slow just for that reason. I wanted to read everything, make sure I understood what it was being asked of me and how to properly add the correct values. In my case, it just happened to be that all of the values are the same. I will actually do a little bit of research on this to make sure that's correct, even though I saw the physical number myself on each injector. If you do have different values for each cylinder, absolutely make sure you know which one is cylinder 1 and which one is cylinder 2 before you start entering and programming these values into the car ECU. Now that we have all 4 values entered for all 4 cylinders, we're gonna apply it to the actual computer. As you can see, it's gonna ask us if we want to save the adjustment values. Of course, we're gonna click the F2 to confirm. Does this look correct? Yes. And it's gonna take a few seconds for it to apply. And as the last step, what I decided to do was to check to make sure the actual values have been written to the computer. So I'm gonna take one step back in the menu after confirming the steps that it's asking me on the screen and check to see what the adjustment values are at this time. After confirming that the values are actually what they're supposed to be, and that's pretty much all we have to do in this application. You can exit out of the app, unplug it, do whatever you want, and ready to get the car started and see if all of this work was for something or for nothing. Alright, so injectors have been calibrated. Let's see how she runs. Oh, look at that. way of a difference. It starts right up, there is no hesitation, it doesn't hang around 500 RPM, jumps right to the correct RPM and stays there. Sounds very smooth. I think that's a success. Definitely saved a bunch of money with this Autel Maxi AP200. So I guess you don't have to spend $400 on the more expensive version, and this works. I'm honestly very surprised and very happy about this. So thank you guys for watching. So you ever need to do this, get one of these, don't spend a bunch of money, or take it to a mechanic and spend, you know, $200-300 on something you can do yourself in 15-20 minutes. Like and subscribe, hopefully it helps somebody. See you guys in the next one.